to have returned by now.
To the chest. I shall take a look inside.
Yet if aught were to befall him, I couldn't live with myself.
Even I know when to shut the trap.
Could have sworn I had ought to attend. What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. That place puts my hairs on end. Yet if aught were to befall him...
Well met. You're the one who saved Ulrika's life, aren't you? She told me all about it. It was a very brave thing you did. I'm in your debt. Ulrika's as good as my daughter. Here, consider this a small token of my gratitude. Now, tell me, are you registered with a guild? Perhaps you already know this, but registering with a guild will grant you access to specialized training, which comes in very useful when pursuing a vocation. Well now, that won't do. You need only speak with the innkeeper to register. Go on, 'twill only take a moment. If there is aught you wish to know of vocations, mayhap I can advise you. 'Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the sword and shield. Fighters favor a balanced approach, excelling in both. I am a fighter myself, and should there come a time when you impress me with your prowess, should you dedicate yourself to a vocation, you will find that new paths to master will open up to you over time. Try them as you like. 'Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the dagger. Such blades lack heft, though this grants them the advantage of speed. Thieves favor light armor, which leaves them more vulnerable to attacks than those of other vocations. Their talents depend upon their finesse and ability to compensate for the length of their blade through sheer agility. Very well. There is no wrong choice in any case. It is entirely up to you which vocation you adopt. But I shan't take up any more of your time. Pray, be well.
You found strength courses through you? It's good to see. There's no discipline that steadfast devotion cannot teach.
If there is aught you wish to know of vocations, mayhap I can advise you. Very well. There is no... But I shan't take up any more.
So this is where you've been. Come with me to the village entrance. The watchhead's waiting for you.
Shall we seek some answers?
You really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. That place puts my hairs.
Oh, have you some business with the apothecary, sir? Dreadful sorry if I was in your way. Oh, no, I'm not lost or naught, sir. You needn't worry yourself on my account. I'm an apothecary in training, you see. My family runs a little shop in Vernworth. So when I heard tell of a medicine only to be found in this village, I thought I'd come and fetch some for us. Made the journey all by myself as well. But, well, as luck would have it, I've not enough gold for the medicine. 'Twill be a shame to return empty-handed after coming all this way. But what? You suppose there's no harm in that? If you're really sure. Oh, sir, I'd be most grateful. Seems my luck's not as rotten as I thought. I'll wait right here for your return, sir. And...
We could make the fruit reborant ourselves, or simply purchase them at Runa's apothecary here in Melv.
At. Lost. It all becomes clear.
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit roborant for me? Oh, well, if you do pick some up...
Mayhap this luck. Ladder is here for a reason.
We ought to put it to good use.
Ah, well met. Here for some fruit, Robo. Are we?
Always a pleasure.
We ought not tarry, but deliver what we have retrieved post-haste.
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit roborant for me? Oh, so this is what it looks like. Brilliant. Many thanks, sir. I haven't much to offer in return, but I'll be sure to tell Grandfather what you did for us. He'll want to reward you proper like.
I'll bet one could not have hoped for a gladder outcome.
By now. Mayhaps it's time I went looking for.
Oh. What does this say?
Shall we take a closer look?
The other day, I espied an elf, of all things. Seems they've a village nearby. They ill favour living alongside the people of other races, dwarves in particular. I understand their reluctance. They live several times longer than we do. I reckon that sets us apart. Not to mention their tongue is a mystery to us. If you can't share a jest, sharing a village is out of the question, eh? No matter how you look at it, I've done
This wasn't supposed to happen.
Well met, sir.
I'll resist.
Lots to do. This way.
Didn't you hear me? The Watchhead's waiting. Follow me to the village entrance.
Ah, you've returned. Good timing, too. I have questions for you. First and foremost, will you accompany me to the capital? My thanks. Are you ready to depart, or do you need some time to prepare? Good. Then let us be on our way.
No one's coming to assail us. Mayhap we've scared them all off?
A brief respite is naught to decry.
Goblin master!
Leave it to me.
This ends here! Hard. Be sure to avoid open flame.
Well, we may not die in battle. It's a far cry from being invincible.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
The Arisen is the lawful ruler of Vermin. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne. Yet, not all claims are true. Our kingdom sees many pretenders, and they are not dealt with lightly. Best hope you're not one of them. Regardless, do well not to invite my mistrust in our journey.
made of.
One never can have too many of these.
Let us take care when and how we put them to use.
Is there nothing we can do about this obstacle?
If a ranged attack is needed, you can count upon my aim. Might I be of assistance? You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use. One can see far to the distance from here.
Perhaps we might take a moment to savor the scene.
You have my support.
Halt! State.
Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An arisen, by all appearances.
An arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I would make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If all's been arranged, come, let us pass through the gate.
Just between you and me, my survey missions through the caverns and ruins have been more trouble than I foresaw. My task is to seek out items of potential value and research them. And 'twas going well, too, till I found that door. 'Tis an enigma, forged of strange materials and covered in queer etchings. but my orders are to get to the bottom of it. So back and forth I go on an endless string of expeditions. I grow wearier with every trip, but no...
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have befallen it. Best we press on.
Those recruits don't know pommel from point.
My sword arm could use some work.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
Must be vigilant. The townspeople depend on me. How dare you! Do not test me. I must hold fast.
This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
Better to rest while we're here than lament our weariness later.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
We could pick some... now, and use them when the need arises.
Well, we've eaten our fill. What say we settle our stomachs with a few hours sleep?
I quite agree.
Best we recuperate our strength before we set off again. fond of picking things up, aren't you?
Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support.
Here we go again. I don't suppose begging for a reprieve would get us far with one of this lot. Of course.
No one can defend themselves when grappled like this.
Tremendous work. Would that we might always be so in step, eh?
I knew you had prevailed, Master.
Naught compares to the thrill of victory. One cannot help but feel indomitable.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of its...
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
I will protect you.
No mercy! gadgets. Wait right there. It is rather high. It might be beyond our reach.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and...
What What's this? We're trapped. A Cyclops! To think we'd encounter one here of all places.
Cyclops! Great, be on your guard.
That was careless. Know your limits. Find a way to utilize it.
It is not how we use it, where. I imagine it would be most beneficial to contact.
We've an opening. Focus your attacks.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall. Focus. A moment of a decision will spell our doom. Perhaps. We must rally. Panicking will only play to the enemy's advantage.
What was that sound? Fall back!
Use their rage to our advantage. Where you pockets swept into the current.
I've hold of the arm! Now bring it down and send it straight down Fury. I ask your aid. Might I lend a hand?
Right then.
You blackguard! You thought this your chance to escape? Your cowardice betrays you. I'll not be letting you out of my sight now.
Now seems a fine time to sort through your belongings, Master.
If you've anything edible, I'll gladly lessen your burden.
Would seem the ox cart's just arrived. You'll be riding in it with us till we reach the capital. Goblins! If you value your life, stand and fight, wretch!
We've got goblins!
You have my protection. Nicely done.
I'm merely kidding.
Well said.
That's it!
If we mastered that attack, we would be invincible.
Seems we drove them off. Right. Back into the ox cart with you, and be quick about it. We've had enough delay.
I was informed of your coming, would-be Arisen.
This one's trouble, Captain Brent. I've no doubt we've discovered another scoundrel playing at Arisen. Though witnesses can attest to the summoning of a pawn, it must have been brought about by some manner of deception.
Quite right. No punishment is too harsh for this fiend.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one Arisen. That Arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the sovereign. The only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became Arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, ending Vermont's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous consul, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, Your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct Your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the sovereign in your stead. A mere puppet. However, with Your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion, and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear?
My sword arm could use some work.
Earn the people's faith, and we'll have our chance. Do not forget that we work to serve the citizenry.
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next we meet. Farewell.
Lots to do, and precious little time. Mayhap I'll find myself some work.
I keep feeling eyes at the back of my head.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
After you, Arisen.
Business has been better, but I shan't complain.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
Well met, sir. Forgive my presumption, but were you the one who gave my granddaughter that medicine in Melv? I thought so. She's not stopped talking of her adventure since she arrived home. You have my sincerest thanks for aiding her. That girl's always running off on some fool's errand or other, for all my chiding. Once she gets an idea under her bonnet, there's simply no talking her out of it. Now listen, 'tisn't much, but I'd fain offer you a discount on my wares. Pray, make good use of.
You're always such fun to talk to.
Welcome and well met. Don't. Think I've forgotten your discount. Now, I'll knock a few gold pieces off aught you buy. So
always a pleasure.
No purchases to be made today, I see.
I've brought you a gift. Will you accept it?
A sprinkle of misfortune in the pleasant spice. How might I liven up our time
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
If you refer to changes in the military's makeup, I've heard the same.
Indeed. Tell is, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
Some might find townsfolk won't attend the stove.
All this wine's giving me an icky back.
I hope this job plays out better than the last.
They'll wish they'd helped. All I serve is
Right, the predicament.
Mustn't panic.
What did I could shed my cares as easily as
But not at the expense of my duty.
Got to work if I'm to put bread on the table.
Oh, what am I to do?
I look to turn in.
Fancy a look at my
This really is fun, isn't it?
I've all manner of arms for sale. Come, have yourself a look. Welcome to Bjorn's Armory. You'll find only pieces of the finest quality line these shelves. And quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just... Remember,
Misers die early deaths. Many thanks. I appreciate the business.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Welcome to Bjorn's, and quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the prop, just remember, Miser hope to see you again.
Need anything? Lots to do.
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? Many thanks.
Need anything? Seems my feet
Sometimes I wonder if I...
Have you need of me?
Interested in my wares? Go on, have a look. Many thanks.
There's a ladder here. Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
All this walking's made my legs ache of fright.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
What are you doing? We've not been given leave to rest yet.
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off?
Plenty of gossip. Where was I headed?
Not a care in the world. I've got the sharpest ears in town.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares always.
All the best taste.
Where was I headed?
Well met, sir. Peruse at your leisure. I've been here
Greetings. Welcome to the Guild Hall. Here we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is aught I may assist you with, simply say the word. Forgive me, but I'm afraid we are not accepting registration for warriors or sorcerers at this time. You see, as we currently have no archer staves or greatswords on hand, we are unable to outfit new members. And we cannot simply purchase more, as the delivery of arms intended for the local armory and other guilds in this domain was plundered by goblins. So regrettably, I cannot assist you. Unless you were to procure a weapon yourself, that is. Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Have you found any of the items we discussed, perchance? Methinks Roderick will be able to tell you aught of the stolen shipment. He runs the local armory, and we purchase almost all of our stock from him. May fortune smile upon you, sir.
Whence might we procure such a thing?
Peruse at your leisure. Take it easy today. My needs are acting up. Every day this is a fool. Seems my fate always
Well met, son. How might I be of service? Welcome to Bjorn's Armory, and quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, aught catch your eye? Just say the word. Hope to see you again.
There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find.
Hoi, friend. Klaus sent word that you've agreed to rescue some of my pilfered equipment. I'd be grateful for aught you can reclaim, truly. Fair warning. Goblins are behind these ox cart raids, I've since learned. No doubt they're hoarding the stolen arms in their den from the tell of it. Their lair lies somewhere along the Western Road. Pray do be careful. Losing my wares for good would make me sore, but no sack of gold can compare to a fellow life. Faye?
Methinks I've earned a rest.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?